Welcome to Faith and Freedom. For the next few minutes, we hope to inform, inspire, and encourage you as we discuss legal victories and challenges to your fundamental freedom and religious liberties. Faith and Freedom comes to you from Liberty Counsel, a civil liberties education and legal defense organization. Join us now as Matt Staver, founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel, explains the latest legal issues all across this country. In the courtrooms of America, Liberty Counsel is winning the battle for your constitutional freedom.
The law in California that we're challenging regarding change therapy is now spreading to other parts of the country. We'll talk about it today on Faith and Freedom. I'm Matt Staver, founder and chairman of Liberty Counsel. Joining me is Matt Barber, vice president of Liberty Counsel Action. Matt, to give a little background to the viewers, to the listeners as well, about what's happening in California, Liberty Counsel filed a lawsuit on January 1, 2013. This law goes into effect against the state of California. And that law in California says that so-called change therapy, any counseling to reduce or eliminate same-sex attractions, will be prohibited effective January 1, 2013. So counselors can't provide that counseling, cannot refer a client to that kind of counseling, and minors cannot receive that kind of counseling. That even though they're in counseling right now and it's benefiting them because of unwanted same-sex attractions, and they're benefiting from the counseling to reduce or eliminate those attractions, consistent with their own moral compass and religious values, they will not be able to get that kind of counseling after January 1. That was signed into law at the end of September by Governor Brown in California. We filed suit. I'll argue it later this year. But now there's been 2 states that have ultimately had individuals, legislators, introduce that very same kind of legislation in their states, New Jersey as well as Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this is spreading like a cancer. They're using the California bill really as a template to silence certainly free speech and to remove the opportunity for people struggling with same-sex attractions, to remove the opportunity for them to delve into that and look at the root causes of those same-sex attractions, to see what kind of psychological problems they may have had in the background, what kind of environmental factors may be initiating that, and they're trying to quash that. They're trying to say, no, you can't have that, and there's no science whatsoever to say that is harmful to anybody. Even the American Psychological Association has been forced to admit really that there's really no evidence that it can be harmful, but there are anecdotally instances of people saying they felt like they were harmed from that kind of counseling.
And they also say that there's evidence of it benefiting.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and even the APA admits
Even the APA admits that.
So this is clearly an attack on individual liberty and a person's right to self-determination, sexual self-determination. What would we do? Imagine if somebody said, I'm having I'm feeling attracted towards someone that's not my wife, and I don't want to have those attractions. I want to go to a licensed Christian counselor, say, and talk about how to deal with those attractions and how to get rid of those attractions, to adhere to and be faithful to my sincerely held religious beliefs. There's no difference between what they're doing here and in that instance.
Yeah, it's all political. That's all it is. It's political. It's not based on fact or reality. It's just a radical promotion of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and you name it, add however many alphabets you want on there, agenda. Yeah. That's all it is. And it had enough votes, unfortunately, in California to pass, which is astounding that in California you have legislators that are that bankrupt. I mean, obviously they've been morally bankrupt long before they're fiscally bankrupt in that country, and there's certainly a relationship there. But they had enough legislators to pass it in the House and Senate in California, and they had a governor to sign this. So that's why we're in court in California. This is a critical piece of legislation and law that we're challenging. We'll talk more about some of the details. But then you had legislators, and whether it has any chance or not, in New Jersey, putting it into the legislation there, filing a bill. Whether or not they'll have enough people to even move it is unknown yet. It's very rare to find a legislature as liberal as California. Yeah. So the likelihood of this going other places, the likelihood if we were to lose this case going other places is certainly increased. Yeah. The likelihood of us prevailing and striking it down would mean that I think it would stop across the country. And that's why this is so important. And then, of course, we just mentioned earlier that a legislator has filed this in Pennsylvania as well.
Pennsylvania, yeah, and they're going to be filing it elsewhere. Again, looking to this success in California with Governor Brown signing it into law with some really offensive and snarky comments as he did so, calling change therapy, quackery essentially, and for all the thousands upon thousands of people who have benefited with unwanted same-sex attraction from that kind of therapy, really just thumbing his nose at them and being offensive and discriminatory. But the reality is this is political / legal. What they're trying to do here is to get rid of even the notion that there is a possibility of change, because then they would have all the legal benefits and privileges and so forth associated
it really,
with it, right?
I think, is a manifestation of what we said a long time ago, and that is your freedom of speech is at jeopardy with this intolerant movement. It is not about tolerance or equal playing fields. It's about dominance and opposition to any opposing Christian or worldview that believes in morality and common sense, frankly. And that's what's happening here, that they want to take this particular subject matter of same-sex attractions, they want to license one side of the coin and make one side okay, that same-sex attractions are fine, but the other side that says you can stop or reduce your same-sex attractions to be illegal, to be unethical. And so the impact of this is we represent two different sets of parents with children that are currently in counseling right now. One child has been in counseling for a year and a half. He had anxiety and self-esteem issues. Counseling has resolved and helped him on many of those issues. He had conflicts with his parents. He then began experiencing these same-sex attractions. He does not want them, does not want to act on them. Over this year and a half of counseling, he has been greatly benefited, so has his parents. That person, that boy, will ultimately not be able to have that kind of counseling after January 1 if we don't prevail. Parents won't be able to give that kind of counseling to their sons or daughters. Counselors won't be able to provide it. If they do, they will be found to violate this new law, and it would be a violation of the ethical code.
Yeah. How dare they? I mean, this is an attack on that child. This is bullying that child. We hear the left talk about this euphemistically, this notion of freedom of choice. No. Believe me, this has nothing to do with choice. This has everything to do with removing freedom of choice. That's what we're talking about here. People's freedom to choose, to self-determination, to choose how they are going to deal with personal, very close personal issues relating to their sexual attractions, same-sex attractions. How dare they inject themselves into the rights and the freedoms of choice that those individuals
And that's
hold.
Exactly what they wanted to do. That's what Senator Luce said his intent was, to take away the rights of the parents. If you have someone that is molested by the likes of a monster like Jerry Sandusky, that individual taking advantage of these young boys and sexually molesting them when they were trying to place confidence in him, he then abused them. So you have some boys like that have that kind of thing happen to them, and they begin to experience self-anger and hatred and self-esteem, emotional issues, relationship issues, and begin to have this same-sex attraction kind of situation that develops as well, that they didn't have before, that started after this molestation. So you put them in counseling to try to help resolve that. Where is it coming from? How do you deal with it? And so forth. They want to not act on them. They are religious or moral in their value system. They want to go with those, not with these same-sex feelings that they've got. That boy will not be able to get that kind of a counseling. The parents will not be able to provide it. How, incredibly audacious, and how dare them to come into a situation like that and hurt this young boy, this family, even more so, and take away the religious liberty and free speech rights of the counselors who want to provide and are capable of providing that kind of counseling.
But it's worse than that, because this law says that the abuse has to continue. They have to continue to abuse that boy by affirming and saying, you must embrace
don't worry
these
about your
dysfunctional attractions now. This disordered attraction.
It's your religious and moral values that's the problem. That's what will happen under this law.
It's unbelievable.
Don't worry about your confusion. Just go with it. I mean, they will harm that boy even more, or that girl even more so. That's why this lawsuit in California is so critically important. I will be arguing this case, and our team at Liberty Counsel has been working on this case for a while. But it will be in court, and we'll have a decision by the end of this year. Pray for this case, and it's critical that we win this case. We spent a lot of time on it. Pray for it. Go to Liberty Counsel's website, and also financially support this ministry as well. This lawsuit is being provided at no cost to the parents and to the minors and to the counselors and to the counseling organizations to be able to make sure that this law does not go into effect. We can't do it without your prayers, and we can't do it without your financial support. So go to Liberty Counsel's website and make an online credit card contribution or mail in your contribution to Liberty Counsel. We appreciate your regular monthly giving. You can go to Liberty Counsel for more information, lc.org. That's lc.org. You can also call us toll-free, 1-800-671-1776. Let us know that you're there standing with us, praying with and for Liberty Counsel, and standing with us financially so that we can advance these values.
You have been listening to Faith and Freedom with Liberty Counsel. We hope that we have motivated you to stand up for your faith, family, and freedom. We can accomplish a lot when we work together. Get informed and get involved today. Sign up for our free monthly newsletter, The Liberator. We will send it out to you free of charge. Stay informed with our Liberty Alert email updates. Just click on the website at www.lc.org or call us at 1-800-671-1776. Tune in next time to learn more about your rights right here on Faith and Freedom.